My name is Quint. I'm 19 years old, from Ephrata, Washington. So I'd say my whole life I struggle with anxieties and in my own head. And it's been a struggle for sure, you know, because you feel hopeless in that. You feel like, things aren't going your way, you know, you're left alone, you know, you feel like people can't relate on the level that you're thinking. My senior year of high school was pretty rough. I went through a lot of instances with sports and, you know, people at school, and I was just ready to kind of just leave Ephrata and, you know, get to college. I think my eyes were open to the Lord when I was hitting rock bottom, and, you know, I started getting into girls and parties, and I thought, you know, that was the way to live, you know, that's the way to have fun. It just wasn't satisfying me, you know. I remember, you know, being in a Christian church my whole life, you know, I knew who Jesus was. I knew that he would completely satisfy me, but I just wasn't letting him do it. And when I was hitting rock bottom, I just felt that I needed to give my life back to the Lord, and it really helped that I had a buddy named Ethan, and he was like inviting me to youth group, and I was just like, you know, I don't really know if I want to go, and I didn't really have a reason why I didn't want to go. I just didn't want to go. And then when I, you know, was hopeless and wanting to pursue the Lord, I didn't know where to start. I didn't know, you know, what friends to have, because all my friends weren't pursuing the Lord. They weren't pushing me to be a better man, you know. Ethan was there for me. So I went to youth group and I told him everything, you know, that was going on. And luckily he's been through the same stuff. So him and I were able to relate on that level. He was just super inspirational and, you know, helped me through the process. And my youth leader, Andy, too, he pushed me to pursue the Lord more. You know, he gave me that biblical understanding and was a good leader and mentor to teach me the ways to live for Christ and what the Bible is talking about, and, you know, showing us the true understanding of Christianity. It's not just a religion, it's a relationship. The Lord is on a completely different level that I've never felt before. You know, he's true love, he's true life, he's the light. He's opened my eyes for sure. When I met the Lord, it really opened my eyes to the freedom. He can set our minds free. You know, one of my buddies told me, and I really liked it, he said, every word of God proves true. And that's the thing, it's in Psalms, but I mean, it's so true, because when you're in a mental, you know, lapse or whatever, and you're in your own head, you can go directly to the Bible and look and see God's promises and what he told you, and, you know, that everything's gonna be okay, you know, that there's hope and there's purpose. If I were to come across a person who's going through the same stuff that I went to, I show them love in a deep way, because when I was going through all my struggles, there wasn't really any brothers who were truly loving me for who I am or actually trying to get to know me. So I'd actually try to get to know the person, and I tell them that there's hope and purpose, that there's a reason they're living. There's a reason we're on this earth. When you know biblically why we're on the earth, and our purpose is to be stewards of the land, and to love each other and to be like Christ. And when we understand that, it's gonna change our hearts and minds to know that whatever I do, you know, whatever lies before me is all God's will. When we know that truth, that every single day it's a blessing to wake up. The reason we're waking up is because it's part of God's will. He has a plan for each and every one of us, whether it be a pastor, whether it be a mailman, working at McDonald's. There's a purpose for that, because God is trying to glorify himself through us. And for us to be lights. I sell corn. I love it because I'm able to be a light to people. When they come up, can say, man, why are you so happy? You know, you've been out here 9 hours a day selling corn. Like, how are you still happy? It's because I'm able to glorify the Lord through that. I'm able to make people's day. I'm able to make them smile, you know, and that's the purpose. And we're supposed to have a joyful life. It's not an easy life. The relationship with the Lord is the hardest life to live, but it's the most rewarding. The enemy doesn't like seeing us happy, you know, so he's gonna do whatever it takes to tear us down, but it all goes back to the biblical understanding. If we know the truth that the Bible is telling us, you know, we can rejoice in that and find comfort in that.